So Iran's Foreign Minister Javad Zarif announced his resignation on Instagram only a few hours after the surprise visit of President Assad to Tehran and the meeting with Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei and his close circle, including Qasem Soleimani, the famous Major General in the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps and the commander of its Quds Force, a military brigade that has forces and advisors in Syria. There was a lot of speculations around Zarif's resignation and if there is any link between the visit of Assad and Zarif's decision. But the most probable one of them is that Javad Zarif was really upset because the leadership of Iran bypassed him and coordinated with President Assad through high-level security channels instead of the foreign ministry. Zarif was also mad because he wasn't invited to the meetings between President Assad and the Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei and later with President Rouhani. Zarif believes his absence from the meetings has damaged his credibility in the world as a foreign minister. If this narrative is true, then I believe that the work visit of Syria's president was arranged secretly between Qasem Soleimani and President Assad or Ali Mamlouk, Syria's head of the National Security Bureau. In support of this narrative, observers point out to the fact that Assad was alone during the meetings without advisors or ministers. Also, Iranian reports indicate that President Rouhani was surprised by Assad's visit and his protocol team was not even ready for fulfilling the diplomatic protocols such as rolling 50 meters, red carpet, or raising the Syrian flag behind President Assad's chair. However, Soleimani apologized to Javad Zarif publicly and he said, I quote, "Zarif is in charge of Iran's foreign policy. His lack of presence during the meeting with Assad was not done on purpose and I feel ashamed if that upsets him." On the other hand, Zarif retracted his decision to resign. Now, Javad Zarif is a true diplomat and the engineer of armistice deal with the United States, the nuclear deal, which didn't last long due to Trump's favoritism of Israel over American and European interests. But the Europeans are still holding to their commitments regarding the nuclear deal, and it seems that Iran also wants to save the agreement and continue the policy of constructive engagement with the West. However, the conservative camp in Iran is criticizing Zarif, saying that his engagement with the West wasn't really constructive and also resisting Zarif's calls on Iran to ratify the regulations on Iran's accession to a special convention against financing terrorism and money laundering. The problem here is that Iran is concerned that the ratification of such a convention could lead to labeling Iran as financer or supporter of terrorism due to its support of Hezbollah and Hamas. That's why the conservatives are saying, let us first define terrorism and terrorist groups. In short, when it comes to Tehran's relations with the West and the rest of the world, Javad Zarif was and is still in charge of Iran's foreign policy, but there are certain files that Zarif's influence is limited, especially the cases of Syria, Iraq, Lebanon, Palestine, and Yemen. In these places, I don't know if it's proper to call it the deep state of Iran, but the final decision is in the hands of the Revolutionary Guard and its senior generals.